Microphone, check. Jingle bell, jingle smash the like. Hello, everyone. Hello. Microphone check. Are we live? It's one of those days, as the Fresh Prince said. Honestly, guys, I'm just talking. I'm assuming we're live. I have no idea if we're live. It's one of those days. I'm an open book. I don't want to get too open. But there's a certain activity every morning I like to take care of, you know what I'm saying? And it was running a little bit behind. I just got, again, I'm talking. I'm not sure if we're live. I don't see the chat yet. And then I get to my computer 5 minutes before the stream's going to start, and Windows update. Looks like we are live. I don't know if anyone's in the chat. I don't know if anyone, 0 concurrent viewers. Are we public? I got to tell you, man, I love starting a live stream when there's no one in the chat, no one watching. What is the problem this morning? No one wants to talk about SundaeSwap? We don't have to talk about SundaeSwap. We're going to talk about SundaeSwap. Maybe you're upset because I rug pulled. I said we were going to talk about the metaverse today. You know what? I think I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Anyway, yeah, I love having me getting on the mic, rock the mic right. No one's here. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, and you're never uncomfortable. So it's definitely one of the things. Yeah, I mean, I know people are going to watch the video or people are probably going to pop in. You know, that's just one of those pains of being a small channel. I've yet to have a video where no one watched it. I think I'm even in the early days. I at least got 1 or 2 clicks. So I'm sure someone will come across and they'll be like, "What's this idiot?" I mean, even if you're new to the channel, why is this guy rambling on? 5 seconds later, click off. You know, I've been thinking about how I can do normal videos because, again, I hate making them, but I think I am. So I am going on vacation in a week. My biggest thing right now is, you know, I'm dealing with some health issues, trying to get my health in check, type 2 diabetes and all that, and energy levels and la-di-da-di. So I am trying to get, again, I'm an open book, guys, open book. So I've been working really hard on the diet. You know, I'm still struggling though with energy levels. I want to do live streams in the afternoon too, but at the same time, man, I just make it through a really hard day of work. And, you know, on certain days I'll try and get a workout in. And last night it was, oh my goodness, this is what life is. If you don't take care of your health, all those cheeseburgers you're eating right now, you could pay cheeseburgers, sodas, sugar, all that, man. Next thing you know, you got type 2 diabetes and you're eating oatmeal for dinner. So that's what I had for dinner last night. Some oatmeal, a little cinnamon, some blueberries, and Bob's your uncle, right? Add a little protein shake. I miss the days where you can wolf down a pizza. Oh my goodness, pizza and cheese are definitely my Achilles heel. Anyway, this is a crypto channel, not a Tom's Health Problems channel. We're going to take a look. The market is already open. Let me get the Tastyworks going. Actually, no one's in the... So I got this new Stream Deck. I haven't done much with it yet. I got one button on there. I want to add some more stuff to it. I'll probably be playing with that over the break too. Now, excuse me while my OCD kicks in and I mess with this when it has nothing to do with what's going on. All right. I'm pulling up Tastyworks right now. I'm getting logged into that. We'll see what's going on in the markets. Yesterday, we discussed what could happen. I thought we would start to see what we would call a Santa Claus rally. The news, Fed news pretty much came out as expected. So the uncertainty, the short-term uncertainty, all that was already priced in. The Fed is cutting back, tapering bonds. They're only buying like 60 billion a month, you know, first world problems versus I think it was 120. So they have cut that in half. And then they discussed upping interest rates. And I mean, eventually it was going to come, right? Eventually it was going to come. I was reading an interesting article. In order to, you know, cut off inflation, we need higher unemployment. I don't know that I completely understand that logic, though. I guess I kind of do. But I don't know. Talk about your trade-offs. I don't know. How do I get logged into... All right. Getting logged into my Bitwarden, guys. That's the key to the castle. If I forget that, if my dementia sets in and I forget the password to log into my Bitwarden, I'm pretty much locked out of life. Now, Bitwarden has ways to recover passwords. So, all right. Getting logged into Tastyworks. So we did Kresma in the house. How you did, Jewel? Yeah, that's a great title. I don't think YouTube would like it too much. I'd have to make the my typical move is to make like the I a pound sign or something. Maybe that's the title for tomorrow. Jewel is on a tear. Jewel is going to the moon. I'm really excited with what's going on. Today is the Gardens. The Gardens got delayed. I'm popping over to the desktop right now. I have no, well, the stock market, the futures were up this morning. All right. The futures were up this morning, nothing big. Looks like we're still in an upwards momentum movement. Tesla's pushing $1,000 again. Again, Santa Rally, get your Santa Rally hats on. Why is my option? What is going on with the Oracle? Tastyworks needs to move to the Chainlink Oracle. Speaking of the Chainlink Oracle, oh my goodness, the TVL and Tranquil Finance is freaking exploding. It was at like 55 million very early on, and then it was cutting back and it was down to like 47 million. I think it got as low as like 42 million. Yesterday, them Chainlink Oracles dropped. It was a great day for Harmony One, great day for all us people in Tranquil. A lot of us degens are looking to borrow some more money. My TV or my loan to value LTV ratio went from 42% to like 21%. Almost instantly. So, you know, that's pretty stress-free. And the TVL went from, I don't know, like 47 million. It's currently sitting at like 65 million. It's grown like 20 million in a day. 20 million in a freaking day. The price of Harmony One, the last time I looked, I think it was pushing 20 cents. Actually, well, again, so I came over here and I logged into my computer and it was a freaking Windows update. So all my charts, all my tabs, I have no idea what, you know, we gotta play that game. No, just remove that. I don't need the Axie Infinity extension anymore. So I'm pulling up TradingView. I have no idea what account this is on. All right, this is the same one on my laptop. That's gonna cause a headache. We're gonna go to the advanced chart. We're gonna do that a few more times. I've been meaning to just pay for this. I'm the annoying ads and, you know, some of the stuff you don't get. I mean, it's a tax write-off for me, I guess. So I think it's a little bit of 15. You know what I'm saying? Because I try and watch my expenses. I need to reset back up. I like using Truebill. Truebill is a really good app. It lets you know, man, like, it'll show you all your upcoming bills and you'll be like, well, I'm still paying for this, or I still got you can close those things down. And, you know, really, when I first started using it, excuse me, when I first started using it, I was blown away by how much I was wasting on food. And, you know, I cut those expenses back, and it makes a big deal, man. You can easily cut like a few $100s off your food bill, and then that's a few $100 to dollar cost average into the crypto or the stock market. And I started doing that heavily in 2020, and it really pays up over time. Anyway, Bitcoin, pretty boring. I mean, the good news is it looks like, I mean, last week 48,000 was very bearish. Now you guys are probably feeling a lot more bullish. I mean, I get it. I get the psyche. At least it looks like we're breaking the downtrend. We're starting to break the downtrend. I mean, that's a positive sign. The markets in general look like they're starting to break the downtrend. It looks like we're starting, at least we got the start. We got the start, baby. Not much, but it's a start. You got to start somewhere. So we've got a start of an uptrend. That's a pretty steep one. I'll take that one. I would love to keep that trend. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't want to have a blow off top. But this one get us to 100,000. It's not going to be by the end of the year. I don't think we're going to see that 100,000 by the end of the year. I think Big Boy is going to lose his $10,000 bet to CryptoFace. Between me and you, I'd much rather Big Boy win if we're just going on personality. And then you throw in the fact that I wouldn't hate seeing $100,000 Bitcoin. I definitely would love to see Big Boy win, but CryptoFace, man, that guy's more bipolar than freaking Big Boy. Anyway. Yeah, we're breaking what looks like to be an uptrend. Technical analysis, as you can see, technical analysis does not work. I mean, does work. I'm being sarcastic, and I'm being so sarcastic I can't even say it with a straight face. But we have a trend. The trend is your friend, right? I'm going to use all the cool things people say. The trend is your friend. Well, the trend, depending on, when in doubt, zoom out. Well, if I zoom out, the trend is not our friend, unless you're shorting. And then if I zoom out, oh, the trend is our friend again, right? The trend is our friend again. So what does that technical analysis tell us? When in doubt, zoom out. Well, that always works in most assets unless they're going to zero. Not, you know, I love all these different sayings that don't mean jack shit. All right. But we do, you know, it is a good sign that we have the signs of a reversal. We're getting the party started. I think this Fibonacci on here is wrong. Let me see what we got. Do I have to fix this? Yeah. Oh, this is based off. I don't know what the F that's based off. I think that just accidentally got moved around or something. Let's get this clicked off. All right, we're going to delete that and we are going to redraw that. I'm not going to get it to the penny. But we are fighting around a Fibonacci. I do want to look at this at Ethereum too. And I'm going back to the May all-time high. I'm not starting over, right? This is the one I'm following right now. I mean, that's another problem with with some of this technical data. It's based on where you're looking at it from. But I think this has the more concrete data to go on right now. We have been fighting this whole Fibonacci. Is this the golden pocket? Is this what they call the golden pocket, or is that the one below? See, I'm not a TA expert. I forget which one is the golden pocket, between the 0.38 and the 0.5, or is that the golden doom? I'm on bread and water. Yeah, I know you're kidding, but yeah, man, watch some expenses. I was eating because I'm an engineer and I was lazy, and it's also led to some of my health issues. I would freaking think, Chipotle, and Chipotle's not too bad, but, if I get a soda with it, then it starts getting really bad. If I get some chips with it, and then Bob's your uncle. No wonder I got type 2 diabetes. But, yeah, dude, I'd go to Chipotle for lunch, or I'd go to, I don't know, I don't even know if you have Chipotle, or I'm pretty sure you probably don't have Pyology over in Croatia. I'd be surprised if you had Chipotle, but they're pretty big. I'd spend $15 or about $10 to $12 on lunch, or $15, and then I got into this Pyology kick where I was eating Pyology all the time, and 15 for lunch, 15. So it's spending like $30 a day, 900, 1,000, and that doesn't even include like the groceries or. If I was drinking at the time. I no longer drink anymore, but, that adds up. Energy drinks, buying a bunch of energy drinks, drinking $6, maybe, 2 or 3 energy drinks a day at $2 or $3 a pop. That's another, a couple $100. Adds up, man. So you start making your food and start eating healthier, and you start watching your diet. Next thing you know, you've shaved $500 off your monthly bill. Cut out them energy drinks. You got another $700, and there's trade-offs to how you want to enjoy life versus just, and you could, that oatmeal was pretty tasty. I'm not going to lie. I mean, it's a bit mentality too. You gotta maybe trick it, but the oatmeal, it was pretty tasty. You can make ways to make things tasty. And was it as good as a pizza? You want to talk trade-offs? So I was being what I thought was and it is healthier. It's a lot healthier than going getting a Pizza Hut pizza where there's like 20 grams of fat per slice, and just, crazy amounts of diabetes per slice and this and that. I'd go to Walmart and get like these cauliflower crust pizzas, and these are really good, man. They're really good. So you get 2 crusts for like $6. Get some cheese, get a $1 thing of sauce, and cut up some veggies. 1,000 calories or so. The problem is, I would eat one of these. It's still bad, because it's still like 100 and some grams of carb. When you got 2 types of diabetes, when you got type 2 diabetes, eating 100 grams of carb on one serving is, it's lucky I'm probably still alive, to be quite honest. But the trade-off is it's tastier than the bowl of oatmeal, but you'd eat that damn pizza and you're still hungry the rest of the night because it spikes your insulin and all this, and it doesn't really curb your appetite. I made a pretty tasty bowl of oatmeal last night, put cinnamon in it, put blueberries in it, used oat milk. Wasn't a huge bowl, right? Like half a cup of oatmeal, and I was way more full afterwards than I was eating that pizza. I wasn't like craving more food. So yeah, man. And it's the people that have already figured this out and already way ahead of the curve on me. Congratulations. Unfortunately, I grew up drinking all the soda I wanted. Like, oh man, I feel like I should be able to get a lawsuit against Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola, you drink enough Coca-Cola, you're headed for doom. But I grew up as a kid, my parents, we'd have like this basket just full of sodas. I would just basically drink, instead of getting 8 ounces of water every hour, I was getting 8 ounces of Coca-Cola every hour. And then I grew up, and don't get me wrong, in college, this is a crypto stock channel, right? In college, or as I got older, I'd go through my healthy phases, and I actually went really long phases of not drinking soda, and then, living that lifestyle where you're out, like say you're on the road in 2018, I was on the road a lot in hotels, putting in like ripping and replacing switches at schools and things like this. And Del Taco has a lot of tasty food. CH in the house, how you doing, brother? Almost forgot your slot. Gross. Haha, crypto. Yeah, dude, you know how it is. Let's just hang out and have fun. We get our mind off the markets. And next thing you know, so I'm more watching my calories, right? Oh, I'm not eating too many calories. I can go to Delta or, just watching my weight. Long story short, Del Taco, I was in this Del Taco for a kick for a while and drinking my Mr. Pibbs, and that's probably when it really started going downhill. Food, and yeah, I'm a firm believer. I actually don't I'm probably, they prescribed this medicine for me, and I'm really bummed out because I'm waiting on the insurance. I hate taking medicine. I think most problems can be solved with diet. Just have a good diet, processed foods and all this stuff. Really, really, and it takes a long time before you really realize what happened to you. But I think most problems can be solved by diet. That being said, I can't believe I just said that. I try to avoid that at all costs, but it's going to come out every now and then. They prescribed this medicine, and I'm really looking forward to getting it because it makes you pee out the sugar. And right now, I'll take any edge I can get. My goal is always going to be, though, get to a point where you're not taking medicine. Just have a good diet. Medicine, anyway, I'm not going to go on to a long diatribe about it. Retro in the house. How you doing, brother? Man, I actually abused that soda a bit. Yeah, bro. I know a lot about this stuff, and it's easy, man. Here's the problem. When you're young, dumb, and full of bubblegum, man, you know what I'm saying? And even like as it's happening to you, it's very, very gradual. And then genetics will play a role. But if you're abusing soda especially, man, that stuff could really creep. Type 2 diabetes doesn't run in my family as far as I know. And, when you're overloading your body with lots of sugar, it's spiking the insulin and it's wrecking your body. So I would honestly, stop drinking soda. It's tough, man. I've had my phases where I've gone years without really drinking soda. There's things, diet soda. There's a lot of studies that show there's trade-offs to everything. I mean, water is obviously the number one choice, and you can get addicted to water. It just takes a lot of discipline. I like one thing that would really help me, especially like I miss beer big time, right? Because I have celiac, gluten intolerance, and that was another big like anti-immune type disease. So I had to stop drinking beer. And there's some pretty good gluten-free beers, but then, type 2 diabetes, I'm done with alcohol. And that was tough. It was tough, but I would drink these, and I still do. I still get them. You got to find the ones that work for you. The LaCroix, there's people that love LaCroix. There's people that hate LaCroix. Look, most LaCroix I think is disgusting, but the key lemon lime's pretty good. And I get the cherry limon. I think that one's really good, but that really takes the edge off because it gives you that carbonation, and it kind of would remind me of drink. I mean, back in the day, I used to drink Coors Light when I was younger at times, or Bud Light. It was a whole different time, right? This microbrew thing, and great beers weren't, craft beers, and it was like in college, it was Coors Light, Bud Light, and in the fraternity we would give the party natural light, where we had our little keg of Coors Light. So drinking a cherry limon kind of gives you that nostalgia of drinking a Coors Light. Or if beer's not your thing, the carbonation kind of cuts the edge off. And then there's studies that show that just a lot of carbonation can cause osteoporosis. So again, and then we're back to water, man. So obviously, just it's tough, man. It's a discipline. The younger you are, the better off you're going to be. That's my life advice. Just get processed foods. Anything in the middle. They say anything in the middle of the grocery store. Stick to the veggies and the whole foods. And if you're a meat eater, I'm a vegetarian. Stick to like grass-fed meats and things like that, and watch your portions. And you know what I'm saying? The problem is you're young and dumb, and you're always young and dumb at any age. You always look back and say, man, I was an idiot, or man, I should have done this, or I did a lot of dumb things in my life. And I remember very clearly at the time thinking, I'm young. I don't give up when I'm 50, right? This isn't, you're always like, this isn't going to happen to me, or that isn't. It happens. Something or other is going to happen to everyone, especially if you don't take care of your health. Never been into soda. Juice was it. You got to be careful with juices too. Juices can, there's nothing wrong with drinking a glass of juice here and there. I'm just saying, obviously you're not drinking juice all day long like you would like big gulps. Yeah, man. So 7-Eleven big gulps. Anyway, there's been movements, but money wins. All right, enough about, let me change the title to, we're transitioning to a health channel. This is the last time I'm ever going to talk about crypto. So remember today, the video was going to be the metaverse. I'll save that for tomorrow. I'm gonna drag you guys on one more day. We talked about it enough yesterday. I feel like there needs to be, and then plus, so Jason posted a really interesting link in the Discord yesterday. Excuse me, and got me excited. Can we buy your diet? You don't want my diet, brother. My diet typically involve, and I'm still changing it, and I'm still trying to get better. Oh, diet plan, yeah. Man, eat a lot of eat a lot of vegetables. Eat a lot of if you're into meat, grass-fed meat. Your grass-fed beef, good quality meat. Watch your portions. I don't know. Free-range chickens are probably pretty good. Grass-fed butter, Kerrygold grass-fed butter. Don't fry foods. Air fryers are much healthier, though not perfect. Use things like olive oil, and don't cook it past the smoke point. There's a lot of different, like if you need to lose, guys, I'm not an expert though. There's definitely some really good channels on it. If you need to lose weight, I'll tell you right now, bad diets will short term. It's a lifestyle change. Exercise. Really good diets are intermittent fasting is really good. You can mix that with like, say for example, just intermittent fasting every day, only eat 8 hours in the day, stick to it. And I'm talking hardcore. The only thing you can have outside of that would be like coffee, right? Intermittent fasting can be tough because even just taking vitamins can help you lose a lot of that edge because it kicks off whatever kicks off your system. Then you can also mix in like every now and then throwing in a 24-hour fast or even like a 48-hour fast like once a month or something like that to really, because that's what our body's used to, right? That's what, the evolution of it. Eventually the evolution of us will probably be cheeseburgers and McDonald's, and then doing intermittent fasting with Atkins can be really good, though. What, dude, why am I still going? All right. It's a lifestyle change, bros. You've got to be dedicated to a lifestyle change. The sooner you can do it, the better. Just doing it temporarily to get that weight off for your wedding, gals, is great, but you're going to rebound and be twice as fat 3 months later if you do not commit to a lifestyle change. You know what? Honestly, I'm not even going to talk crypto. We're just going to talk diets today. I'm surprised I still got viewers in the channel. This video probably won't get as much retention as past ones. All right. What was I talking about? Yeah, I'm complaining about the bloaters. My dude, I saw a guy tweet yesterday that he showed his inventory and he has 2 eggs. What the F, man? Like what? I mean, obviously it's bound to happen to someone. There's probably someone out there that even has 3 eggs, especially depending on how many freaking farms link. Why are you laughing? Why are you oh yeah, DeFi. All the orders. This is a bot. I tried checking this out. But what's so funny? What am I missing? Ha ha. All right. I checked this bot out. It's a Telegram bot. It looks kind of cool. I'm not much of a Telegram guy though. So the title today is SundaeSwap is doing a taste test. I'm not going to lie. I've read through this. We'll get back to DeFi Kingdoms. Calm down, everyone. I'm pretty bullish. Cardano. That may surprise some of you. And I actually, I care. So I'll look and see what the metrics are. What content gets more clicks. Let's take a peek. Let's take a deep dive into the channel. All right. So when I just talk about why is Bitcoin doing this? That was a pretty low count. Bear season, zipping up the Bitcoin bear season. Ooh, the video counts were pretty low on those. The metrics are telling me not to talk about that so often. Leave that for people like Tyler S. and Big Boy. But the Cardano is bringing people to the house just as much. The Harmony one's bringing all the boys to the yard a little bit more than Cardano, but there's at least enough interest out there in the old Cardano to tell me, it's content people want to see, and I'm building on something that I know. I can't say. I'll probably do more sweet green. What is sweet green? Is that a tea? No, not Barnes link. Jason's link. Jason's Sunday, the Pooper Scooper link. Barnes link was I barely even understand how to use that. I checked it out in Telegram. Where in your Discord do I drop some metaverse alpha? General for now. Like if anything, I'm gonna let the Discord evolve. In the beginning, I had way too many channels, overthinking it. If you've got metaverse alpha, like right now, whatever the Discord wants a channel on, we'll create it. Like the summon partners. I forget who was it. Oh, Farms World needed a partner, but this one ain't being used. So you know what? We'll just go ahead and delete that. If it ever gets back, suggestions. Trezor made a suggestion. It was a pretty shitty one. Trezor, don't hate me. He wanted an egg tart channel. Ain't no one talking about egg tart but him. This one ain't getting used much, but it might every now and then. The shill zone. I didn't want a bunch of people shilling Discord links, so I put that in there. And then obviously DeFi Kingdoms has its own channel. It's a lot of the content. So if you have some alpha, like Real Network or Remark, what's Titan Hunters? And then there's a lot of Titan Hunter talk or a lot of Remark talk or what, you know, and it's obvious this thing needs its own channel. Boom, Bob's your uncle, new channel. It's all right, Trezor. We all get excited. I've been excited on a few. I've been excited. Yeah, CH. If there's a lot of people in general talking about a certain topic and it looks like that one needs its own channel, we'll spin it up. Otherwise, we'll just talk about it in general. It's all right, Trezor, brother. I get it, especially in the beginning of DeFi. I was like, oh, this coin is going to be amazing. Oh my goodness. I look back and think, what the F is wrong with me? You know, it's an exciting time out there in the wild, wild west. We all get excited. We know poor Rexy. Rexy hasn't been around a lot lately. He got excited on a couple projects. I saw there was a glimmer of hope when it comes to Eden Finance. I heard that there's some rumblings that I was checking that out again today because I don't know. There was a Harmony tweet that posted that Eden Finance is in like the top 10 or whatever in the last 24 hours. I popped back over and checked Eden Finance, and their TVL was around, still lower than EggTart, like 30 grand. So, I mean, if their TVL went from like 17 grand to 30 grand, you know, that's nothing to get excited about. So, and for that's just. Why am I going on this rant? Let's talk about SundaeSwap. Okay, so SundaeSwap, the title says, why SundaeSwap on Cardano? What does the rest of it say? I can't even see. Let me do this. May revolutionize future token launches. All right, so this is really interesting, guys. Really, really freaking interesting. I'm super excited for the SundaeSwap launch. I know Jason Fifi Bag, we were talking about it last night. He is not filled with a lot of confidence. What I've done on there is, look, I haven't done a lot of testing over there. What I've done has been kind of hit or miss, but I can tell that it works. And I think a lot of their problems stem from the fact that the beta network just doesn't have enough liquidity. And I'm very confident in this team. They really look like they know what they're doing. I'm very confident in what I've seen, even just in their Discord. And just like DeFi Kingdoms, you can tell that they really, really look and evaluate. You know, DeFi Kingdoms, I've listened to their AMAs where they say, we've looked at 10 different models and explored them in depth on how to do this and on how to do this. So they really carefully look at and that's, again, a great team. So far, they have shown that they are a great team and then that they can produce, they can get, you know, they can deliver. They can bring the deliverables. And SundaeSwap has shown that to me every step of the way. The amount of research and testing and the way they looked at what came out as a potential concurrency problem that crashed the price of Cardano was very good in-depth analysis. And they evaluated numerous different models. They came up with the Pooper Scooper model. And it shows, you know, back of the napkin, I mean, out of the gate, it was more efficient than Uniswap. And that's even with current problems on Cardano that they're addressing with, you know, changing the block size or increasing the block size, getting Plutus application back in and upping the network load, you know, pulling back the, you know, full throttle on the network. And did I say PAV, the Plutus application back in, is what we're waiting on for a lot of this to kick off. And then they're heavily focused on Hydra scaling. So I have every bit of confidence. There will be some speed bumps. There'll be some, you know, some potholes that need to be filled here and there, both with Cardano and both with SundaeSwap. But I have the utmost confidence in this team. Again, just like I do with DeFi Kingdoms and Harmony One. And I got to tell you, Harmony One's having a lot of problems right now. And, you know, I have every bit of confidence that they'll work through those. And, you know, what I was kind of thinking about this morning is what is up with a lot of these things that we're supposed to have right now? A lot of you Harmonauts aren't fudding your own Harmony One like you do with Cardano when you give me a hard time with Cardano. Is the one wallet out with that 20%? Where's that cross-chain NFT? Where is the Bitcoin bridge? Is that out of beta? Is that full bore yet? What else is there? I mean, we finally got Chainlink. That's a great thing. But you guys love giving me a hard time about Cardano. I mean, Harmony One's still a little bit behind on some stuff, and that's just the nature of the beast. I would much rather both of these chains take their time and get it right versus something like Solana that just throws a bunch of marketing in your face and their network's down every other day. I love picking fun of Solana. I'm sure Solana is going to be just fine. I don't have a problem per se with Solana. I am much more of a decentralized guy. I think Solana is basically the Facebook of blockchains, like Cardano, basically just a spinoff of the JP Morgan chain or whatever. So anyway, this is a really cool thing. I have read through this a few times. I understand it enough, but I don't fully understand it. And I do have a concern with it. And maybe some of these concerns are completely not needed based on my understanding of what I'm reading. But they're going into this big thing about Sunday, and there's going to be a very important message that I'm going to deliver about the price of SundaeSwap. And extremely important. So you're going to want to stick around to the end and smash the like. All right. One of the most common types of question we get around what the initial price of SundaeSwap token will be. You know what? You don't have to stick around to the end. I don't care what the price of SundaeSwap is going to be. I'm not looking to buy this coin to make a lot of money. I'm looking to get over there and yield farm and make some money, right? I'm playing the yield farm game. What is the utility of the Sunday token? And I've struggled with this a bit on, like, for example, what is the utility of the Aave token? What is the utility of the Sushi token? What is the utility of the Anchor token, where I say DeFi Kingdoms broke the code? The Jewel token has a metric S ton of utility. Well, the real utility of SundaeSwap and Sushi and Aave and Anchor and all this is the fact that it gives you the right to vote, right? It gives you how much is that worth? Maybe it's worth a lot. I don't know. That is its primary utility, I'm assuming, right? That it's a DAO. SundaeSwap will be a DAO. And Cardano in general, they have the same ethos. SundaeSwap is all about being decentralized. The decision. And so they're doing a taste test, and the way it works out is you provide liquidity, right? I'm just going to skip through all that. All right, so how it works. So I don't fully understand about 7% of the community supply of the token will be locked by the DAO into a smart contract called the taste test. So I wish this article had like the total breakdown of what all the tokens are. You know what I'm saying? Like 7% for this, 50% for rewards, and 19% to the treasury, whatever. It doesn't have all this in here. So that kind of helps me. I mean, that kind of hinders my ability to see the overall big picture. But 7% of the community supply of the token will be locked by the DAO into a smart contract called the taste test. Over the course of 10 days after the taste test launches, and that reminds me, we're going to look at something else today that was really important, especially for CH. What was that? Putting money in that ISPO, another link Jason posted. You know what? I need to get my freaking data list going. That probably needs another update. I freaking hate this. I hate the Daedalus app. It takes so much processing power and memory, and it takes forever to fire up, and always needs freaking updated. It takes you 47 minutes just to get into your freaking wallet. Where is it? Where was that? Another link Jason posted. I think this is further up. Yeah, Genius Yield. We'll take a look at this. I might throw some money into that. We can discuss that a bit. I know CH had some questions on that. So we will try and get that today. So anyway, we believe this, they believe their taste tests. All right, first, it is aligned with our decentralized ethos. Maybe that's how I knew that word. Come from the DAO itself, blah, blah, blah. So second, a common cycle, even with, I'm going to get to a point where there's trade-offs with everything, guys. A common cycle with legitimate project is the pump and the dump. And that is, that's a problem. Especially you got to be early in the IDOs, take risks. If you get in early a lot on these IDOs, and you can dump on people's faces later. But this is all trying to be extremely fair. Less experienced traders see this. FOMO kicks in, they buy in, and then they get dumped on their face. And then finally, other projects will be able to borrow this model. So they're trying to give to the community. Long story short, our vision at SundaeSwap is to decentralize not just the access to financial services, but the core business model itself. And the taste test is an exciting step into this journey. So anyway, they got a bunch of technical stuff in here. I'll be back in a year. I'm gonna go take some statistics, go refresh my statistics and calculus classes and high-level finance classes, and maybe I'll be able. This formula isn't too crazy, but I don't really care. It's basically telling you a user who deposited 688, for example, will be entitled to roughly 670 LP tokens, which would represent an ownership roughly of 1,500 RBerry and 300 ADA. So again, it's a liquidity pool. All right, so I think they give a better example. No, that is the example. So suppose a hypothetical project, they dictate 100 million tokens, and then you dedicate ADA. So I'm sure we'll get more information on this, but if you want to get into basically the SundaeSwap IDO, you're going to say, all right, I'm going to YOLO $10,000 into this, and that's how many ever ate or whatever. So you're going to provide how much ever ADA. In this example, I think they said 600 ADA. Maybe I want to do 10,000 ADA. Well, everyone's going to be doing the same thing, and then there's going to be, and I think there's a limit, like once that pool is fully full, and then based on how much you put in, you get a percentage. You get your LP back. It's going to be in half ADA and now half SundaeSwap, and that's going to be the basis for the price of SundaeSwap. So I'm just going to assume out of the gate this thing is going to hit its peak and it's going to saturate. And I think, I don't even know if there's a limit, right? Because more and more people could put in ADA and drive up the price of SundaeSwap. So it'll be really, I'm not looking to FOMO YOLO into this, right? Because I have no idea. Seeing the big picture of how this works out is a little bit tough, if I'm being quite honest. I want to see it play out. This thing can blow up in everyone's faces. This thing may not work out very well. In theory, I think it will work out just fine. But long story short, this is DeFi. And I don't know that there's any huge advantage to having to be in there day one, right? I have no problem waiting a day or two, just coming in with my Cardano. People are already in DeFi, because this creates the initial liquidity pool. This may be amazing. This may be like revolutionary. It truly may be for like how tokens launch in the future. And maybe it even completely changes the game for IDOs and etc. for anyone that wants to be completely fair. I have no idea. It could also potentially create this crazy high initial price for SundaeSwap out the gate, and then it crashed. I have no idea. I cannot wait to see how this plays out. I really, it's a little bit above my skill set to predict how this is going to work. I like what I see. I like what I read, and I think it's going to be an interesting experiment. But I'm okay coming in after that liquidity pool is there, coming in with my Cardano. The market has worked itself out. It's found its stability point, and I just paid for the price of, because again, I'm not looking to get rich off SundaeSwap, the token. I'm looking to get rich off I go into yield farms to earn my yield. I don't go into yield farms for 10x's or 100x's. This is a farm token at the end of the day. Maybe people get SundaeSwap at 40 cents by doing this, and then it moons to like $40 in 2 months. And then but again, that is not my mindset when it comes to yield farm. My mind, Nimrod in the house. How you doing, brother? Why is the Genie clock 2 days? That's a great question. I'm not even following this swap. I am, because I am super excited. All right, we'll get off this. Again, it's a little bit complicated. I'm excited to see how this works out. Let's pop on over to Genius Shield. I am kind of excited about that as my oh my goodness. See what I'm talking about, guys? See what I'm so frustrating. I hate this wallet. All right, let's freaking. You are currently I understand. All right. Quit dataless and start the end. It's gonna be like an hour and a half before I can even get freaking this stupid wallet going. And this has my Cardano in it that I would dedicate to the Genius ISPO. Yeah, I saw that it was -1. I think that means that because the period started yesterday, I believe, on 12/15. Let's pull it up. So I think there's a 10-day period. So maybe when that hits -10, it's over. Let's pull this up and take a look. So there was another one, Meld Finance, that did something similar. I completely missed the boat on that. For better or for worse. So this shows -1 for me, dog, and it's counting down. So it starts in. So this hasn't even started yet. Because I thought when I read through it, it said it started on December 15th. Wasn't that yesterday? Oh, no. Yeah, it was yesterday, right? I don't even know what time of the month it is. Well, I know what time of the month it is. It's a joke, guys. I didn't even finish that. I don't need any cancel culture on my ass. All right. What is going on? This stupid wallet won't even freaking stop. All right. So the way this works is, and I'm not an expert on it, you can put in two, and the longer you, all right, so let's say I'm going to, I am probably going to delegate my wallet. So the way Cardano works is you delegate the wallet. Unlike Harmony One, you can delegate, you can have a wallet with 5 million Harmony One tokens in it, and you can be like, all right, I'm only going to delegate 1,000 to a validator. And in fact, with Harmony One, you can delegate to multiple validators. With Cardano, and I don't know if they're ever going to change this in the future, but when you delegate, the entire wallet in its entirety is delegated and locked. You don't have coins that you could go, I mean, there's trade-offs, right? You don't have coins that you could go buy NFTs with if it's in that wallet, and that wallet has been provided to a validator. You can change validators, and you can easily remove your Cardano from that validator just by sending it to another wallet. So I have one wallet right now that what used to be my main wallet until I moved it over to a Trezor. So most of my Cardano is locked in dataless on a Trezor. I don't even know if I'm getting I think it's trying to update. I don't even know. Oh, yeah, there we go. All right, so it's updating my wallet right now. And it'll be a lot easier if I show you, but basically you pick a validator pool. I feel kind of bad too, because I learned, I mean, it's not tough to learn how to stake your Cardano, but you got to start somewhere. So I actually learned how to stake my Cardano with Paul, and I had my Cardano staked with him, and then I saw a YouTube video with Benjamin Cohen talking about the SundaeSwap and potential airdrops and how he was elected. So I rash decision, moved all my Cardano over to the into the crypto, into the ITC pool too. And it turns out Cardano with Paul got pooper scooper status too. So I feel pretty bad. I should move it back over, but there's this whole thing where you don't see the rewards for 20 days or something. Hit refresh, bro. Hit refresh. There's a alt refresh, I think. Oh, yours is on Kraken. Oh, your card, you can't stake it when it's on Kraken. You got to move it to Daedalus or Yori. If you don't have a powerful computer, you're probably better off with something like Yori. But if you go to Cardano.org, there's other wallets you can stake it with too. The Yori wallet's pretty good. But if you go to Cardano, and if you're not comfortable with transferring money around wallets and stuff, I mean, eventually you gotta take off the training wheels, and then make sure, dude, make sure You like, it's going to give you a seed. We're talking some advanced stuff, right? So if you, all right. So my apologies. Kraken you can stake it on Kraken too. I think you get a little bit more. So if you're not comfortable with any of this, it's stuff you definitely want to learn. So when you set up a wallet, it's going to give you a seed phrase. Make sure you save that. Make sure you don't put it anywhere where it could get stolen or your crypto's gone. This is a whole different game where you got to really understand that you are taking custody of your money. Unlike a bank having custody, or unlike an exchange having custody of your coins, a bank is insured. A bank has been doing this for hundreds of years. You are taking self-custody when you move it from Kraken to Daedalus or Kraken to Yori and putting it in a wallet. If you lose access to that wallet and you can't get back into it, or you lost your keys, or your keys got stolen, your money's gone. It's freaking gone, right? So you got to be, for my Trezor wallet, I have bill foddles. They're metal plates. I use a Shamir B, and again, I know that's a lot of stuff, man. It's not like I learned this in a day. It's just stuff you got to keep eating that elephant one at a time. But I have a Trezor wallet with the Shamir B backup, 3 separate 20-word key phrases. If I were to ever lose my wallet, I would need 2 of those 3, right? And I have all 3 of these seed phrases in different location. It gives a great amount of high availability and flexibility. It makes it much tougher. Matthew in the house. How you doing, brother? So, you have Yori. So you would dedicate your Yori wallet to a stake pool. The way this Genius Yield works is there's a trade-off, and that's why I'm probably only going to do 2,000, and we're going to just put it for the. So that's going to earn me 180. Is that worth it? How much is a Gin? How much is a Gin token? I'll probably do it just to, check it out. I mean, if Gin tokens end up being like $100 each or something, I don't think. I have no idea what this. What is this? Like, that's another thing. I don't even really know what this yield. It's a yield optimizer on. All right, so I haven't done enough research on this. So you're gonna validate, or not validate. You're gonna stake your ADA on their ISPO or whatever the F they call it, and they're going to take your Cardano rewards, and in return, they're gonna give you Gin tokens. So you got to figure out. For me, it's more risk, possibly more reward versus just nice, safe, continue to get more free Cardano, right? And that's a big part of what my Cardano wallet is. I accumulate Cardano to stake it to earn more safe, passive income. Cardano goes up in value. I earn more Cardano. More Cardano goes into my pool. I earn interest on my higher amount of Cardano I own. The price of Cardano goes up. That turns into more fiat I make in passive income over time. Oh yeah, it might be. But has your time gone up or gone down? It shouldn't be off by that much though, I would imagine. But at the end of the day, you're going to need to put this in a specific wallet. So again, like if you have all your Cardano in a wallet staked on, like me, into the cryptoverse, and I instead move it to this their pool, I'm now forfeiting all that Cardano to them, and I'm going to get Gin tokens in reward. And they don't even get airdrop to like January 2023 or something like that, is what I read. So I may check this out. I'm not over the moon about doing this. It seems pretty cool. I know a lot of people did meld. I'm sure this will become their first couple pools have already been completely saturated. I've looked through the white papers. I don't fully understand them as of yet. Oh, we got what is that, Russian? I don't know what we got going on here. I feel like I'm gonna have to hide this user from the channel. At least it's not a freaking. You're gonna have to speak English, brother. At least it's not. I'm waiting for the porn link of the day. Got myself a Ledger Nano. Nice. Good job, Matthew. How are you protecting your keys? The Bill Foddle on the Ledger website. So I actually got a Trezor, but bought the Bill Foddles on Ledger. The Bill I bought do yourself a favor. I bought I say cheap, like $30 or $40 metal thing to protect your seed phrase, but the thing was absolute freaking garbage and almost impossible to use. And I just, I sacked up and bought 2 Belfodils. Really good construction. Really good construction. I do keep one here. The other one is in a location unknown. So if you're going to wrench attack me, you're only going to get half of it. I guess you're going to have to beat me really hard to find, but this is super solid construction. I'm pretty sure it would survive a fire. So if you ever need to recover, you would only need one of those because you have the ledger. I do believe you would have to redo your wallet, but I do believe Shamir B backups are on the roadmap for Ledger. Yeah, it's on the Ledger website. They're like $99. So I do believe Shamir B backups are on the roadmap for Ledger. It is why I went Trezor, because I think it's a superior backup. There's nothing wrong with your 24 seed phrase as is, but all your eggs are in that seed phrase basket. Technically, it would be a little bit easier to crack for a quantum computer versus having like 2 separate seed phrases. So way Shamir, and you can have any multiples. You could be like, you need 5, you can set it to 5 seed phrases and you have to provide 3 of the 5 to recover, but complexity. So I really, I understand high availability and all the caveats, the pros and the cons just from doing high availability in IT is a big thing. And so I understand a lot of the game theory when it comes to high availability. So for example, you have a 24 seed phrase. You don't want to plop that into like a Bitwarden. You don't want to put that in Bitwarden, even encrypted or whatever, because if your Bitwarden account gets compromised, or if you have it in your like OneDrive, or you even have it on your computer, anyone gains access to this, they have the full 24 seed phrase. They could take your wallet down, right? With the Shamir B backup, or how do you truly protect it? You write it down on a piece of paper. What if your house gets burned down? You put it on a piece of paper here. The more pieces of paper you have, the better chance you have of getting compromised. Or you put it on different. You got to manage all these different places, and what happens if it gets burned down and this and that. You could put it in a safety deposit box. What happens if a lien gets put on? If you have that mentality, I lost your keys, or they can take your safety, and then you're back into decentralization. Shamir B backup, for example. If you have 3 separate keys and you only need 2 of them to recover your money, you could put those in 3 different locations. And then, if one burns down, you could have like one in the cloud, and because you could safely now have one of your seed phrases in the cloud, because that's only half your key, right? So there's a lot of advantages to Shamir B backup. Was this title? Let's talk about Trezor wallets. Anyway. Definitely, if you're going to get deep into crypto and you're going to have a lot of assets and a lot of wealth, for me, I had to do it. Like I don't have a lot of problems with having a lot of my crypto being, Coinbase vaults are really good. It's all cold storage. These exchanges, they spend a lot more money, millions and millions and millions of dollars on protecting these assets. They have much better security and IT teams than what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, unless you're like a mega whale, if you 10,000, you're going to have to figure out what your risk tolerance is. But I mean, you're already in crypto, but having your money on a reputable exchange, like I have no problem with that. Binance or, Kraken and Coinbase and Gemini. But for me, I had, at one point, my Cardano, when Cardano was $3, that was $300 and some thousand in Cardano. It was sitting on a dataless wallet, fairly safe, but, if I lost that key or that key got compromised or, just putting my key in a place where it got stolen, that's a lot, that made my butthole clench, right? That's a lot of money that could be lost. Now, it is protected by a Trezor, right? And with good key management, it's much, much safer. And there's even other, passphrases and stuff where you can hide the money. So it's much safer now. It's going to be really, really freaking hard to steal my card. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was hard to steal, but there's also that fact of, you know, you're scared that you make a mistake because, again, you lose your keys, or you know, if you can't get access to that wallet anymore. And it's, when I did this, guys, when I did this, I went through the pain. I actually set it up once, and then I redid it, and I set it up again, and I went through the pain. So like I said, I set up a Shamir B backup, 3 different key phrases. I went through the pain of transferring money to some of it to my Trezor wallet, some of it to the same Trezor wallet, but hidden with the passphrase. Because if you use a passphrase, it creates a completely different wallet. And there's, you know, you got to remember that passphrase, because you can get your wallet back, but if you don't remember that exact passphrase, again, the money's gone. So you're going to want to use a passphrase that you're not going to forget. Anyway, I went through the hassle of deleting, putting money over there, transferring it. It takes some time to eat, because you want to be comfortable with this. You know, when you're talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, you want to be comfortable with your money, and you want to know what it's going to be like if shit hits the fan, and you need to recover your wallet, and you want to be able to sleep at night knowing that you know how to handle it. It's the same in IT. People would put in these DR systems, but they would never test it. Their systems would go down, and it would be panic because, you know, they're not experienced and comfortable on how to bring up the system. So anyway, I went through that hassle of deleting my wallet, creating my wallet, moving money over, deleting my wallet, recovering it with 2 passphrases. You know, the first one, it's a pain in the butt because you have to sit down the Trezor, enter the first seed phrase, enter the second seed phrase, recover your wallet, deleted it, did it again, and I would do it, hot test it based on my keys, being able to read it off keys. Do it with the, you know, because you had to do that 3 times. 1 and 1. 1 and 1, and then the outers, right? I did it, and it recovered every time. I'm now very comfortable with it, right? Anyway, I started to think a lot more about, yeah, you got to, brother, you got to. Man, I'm fortunate enough that I'm in the industry, and so I have a lot of experience with security and ways, you know, these hackers work and how they fool you and how they trick you, whether it's through phishing and etc. If you guys work for a company, I cannot recommend enough. Having your company, tell them to get know before. I mean, this is so off the rails, but this is the type of stuff, man. You got to really educate yourself. Watch YouTube videos on it, but for like know before is really good. This is a company created by Kevin Mitnick, probably the most famous hacker of all time. I wish they had a way for like just the average Joe to just sign up for this, but this is really cool stuff. It constantly sends AI email trying to trick people into clicking on links, and it's really freaking good. It even got me once, and I'm borderline like expert. Well, not. Depends on, anyway, I'm not going to get into it. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the top 95 percentile when it comes to how this stuff works. It even does really cool things like texting you and robocalling you to trick you. Because I see it all the time where people like big cities, and I mean, I can't give away any names or cities, but like they receive an email, hey, we need your, you know, and they emulate someone that this could really happen to. But if you ever get emails of anyone asking you for your account number and your routing numbers to pay off this bill and that bill, no, you've got to be on your guard at all times. I worry, you know, because my parents, man, they don't know how to do online banking. They want to send me some money. They do it the old school way with like wires and shit. I'm just like, man, just sell it to me. But they don't even use like online banking, so it's probably going to be a lot harder for them. I mean, the good news is it's going to be a lot harder for them to get like phished. No one's going to fish money out of their bank account unless the only way they're going to fish money out of their bank account is if they like do it over the telephone or something. But the Hive will choose exchange it. Yeah, bro. Like if for you, just continue to learn. I know you're a little bit newer to the game. Just stake your money. I have some Cardano on Kraken, and I'm just using their staking. It's just some ADA I have over there that I'm ready to move over into DeFi. But all right. I think many people will choose custodial wallets. I really like the Coinbase vaults, if I'm being honest. The Coinbase vaults are pretty good. I'm sure Gemini does a really good job of protecting the money too. I think Gemini's even insured. It's not like SPIC and FDIC and all that shit, but I feel like if Gemini were to get hacked, they would refund the money unless it was like a devastating amount that would take them down. Yeah, Matthew, you have to, brother. Like, I just don't even read most of my email. I just delete it. But anything in email, like I get stuff all the time, PDFs, and they're really good at it. So the one time it got me, my guard was down a little bit, and I don't know, there was a lot of things that happened that kind of just made it work. But it really helps you be on guard. Links, I get links all the time, especially like FedEx links and USPS links in my email. I never click on those because those are the type of things where they can get access to your wallets on your phones and drain you. But the one time I got caught, and this was just recently after our company was bought out by someone else. So we're already in a high stress situation, and I'm on the end that got acquired, not the acquiring end. So it sucks because I'm like, oh my goodness, now you got to work your ass off and prove your worth and this and that. And, and they come in with these attitudes like, yeah, these people don't know shit and this and that. So, but, they do this before, and they would send you these emails. It was like 3 months in, and I'm like, man, you got to be, well, anyway, it was like something like HR Halloween related, and you just click on the link. But there's a lot of things you can do. You can there's ways to hover over the link, and there's ways to send the link to like places that check it. But a lot of times you click on these links, never ever enter your username and password. Make bookmarks of your bank accounts, make your credit card accounts. Never click on links in an email. Just always go to your solid bookmark that you've been using for years. Never give account numbers, never give seed phrases. The only time a lot of people get their money stolen in MetaMask, because they'll get a DM in Discord that says, hey, this is the whatever popular NFT Discord that's got 20 million, it's super pumped and super hyped, and you've been chosen to get, and I've seen big people lose like hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars on these because maybe they're a Bay Area yacht club and Bored Ape Yacht Club. I don't know why because I'm near the Bay. Anyway, Bored Ape Yacht Club, hey, thank you for being a valuable member of this and that. Go here for your free airdrop special edition Bored Ape like dildo or whatever. I don't know why I just said that. I'm just being silly, but and then they go to the thing and they're like, oh, your MetaMask is corrupt. You got to redo your MetaMask, enter in your seed phrase, Bob's your uncle, and everything's gone. Crypto has just generally made me more. Yep, you got to be. And when you're taking self-custody of your money, and it's good, man. All this stuff, I know it's probably not like the greatest for retention, but man, if I stop one person from losing all their money, I'm happy. We'll never know because you wouldn't have lost it, but I'm always willing to talk about the security stuff again. It's a heavy part of what I do in life. I worry about using MetaMask, and yeah, I do all the time too. So what I would say, and I don't have a lot. The Ethereum side, I have some NFTs and stuff. So if my Ethereum MetaMask were to get compromised, it would, it'd probably be like a few $1,000s worth of NFTs. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. I've got my Trezor after the fact, so I can easily connect my Trezor to MetaMask on Ethereum, but I'm not going to spend the Ethereum gas to send those NFTs over. If that MetaMask gets compromised and whatever, I don't care. I wish the Harmony One wallet was Trezor, so that bothers me a little bit. I would move all my Harmony One to a Trezor backed wallet, and I think that'll probably eventually come. I think you have the Nano S. I think the Harmony One wallet, the web wallet, works with Nano S only right now. So you can create a Nano S wallet on the Harmony wallet, move your Harmony One over there and revalidate it if you have it on a validator or whatever you're doing. So it is a lot more protected. In the future, I'm assuming I'll probably be involved in a lot more Ethereum, DeFi, and etc. in the future. Possibly NFTs. Freaking, I definitely want to get Metaverse Land, Decentraland, Sandbox. That's going to be all ERC20 stuff. So as I become a land baron, I will definitely be doing on a MetaMask back protected with my Trezor or whatever hard wallets that may come out in the future that are better. So that's definitely on the list. I like the idea of Cardano having that's really Cardano's doing a lot of good things. The App Store, the certified dApps. Yeah, I'm really excited. Actually, let's see what's going on in the markets. That's kind of all I have for the day. This completely went off the rails. At least we covered the title. That may not always be the case. Bitcoin at 48.6. We were getting a little excited. It was flirting with the 49,000. Again, we're just kind of in that level. I don't know that anything's necessarily going on that should drive it one way or the other, but it is crypto. Some bad news could come out and it could dump, or, supply shock could hit and it could pump. I'm more fearful of the downside, if I'm being quite honest, because again, I don't see anything. I can't think of anything that could happen right now that would just make crypto go crazy, unless, I don't know that I mentioned it. Maybe I did. I know I did in the Discord, but Lemonade bought $1 million of crypto. That's actually pretty big news. It's a pretty big deal. If you're all not familiar with Lemonade, they used to, I don't know if it's talked about as much, but in 2020, I think IPO'd. I think they IPO'd. I don't think it was one of those, what the hell those other things called. I can't even think it right now. They were all the rage in 2020. Anyway, Lemonade, I believe, IPO'd in 2020. They were all the rage. They're an AI-driven insurance. They seem really cool. And I was actually extremely bullish on Lemonade for a while, but then I became somewhat less bullish on them just because I think Tesla's gonna take a big chunk out of the insurance company. I know Tesla already does car insurance. I wouldn't be surprised to see them get into it more. Anyway, I'm still bullish. Long story short, they bought $1 million of Bitcoin. It's not a huge amount, but it's still another big. I believe they're on the NASDAQ traded company buying $1 million of Bitcoin. As more companies start doing that, whether it's $1 million or maybe Lemonade, next quarter they buy another $1 million and $8 cost average in over time. I could see something like that happening, and I could definitely see more companies like that. So if, say, for example, we do get that news. That news could drop any day, just as easily as like the Omicron variant sweeping the nation and hospitals are overloaded and the interest rates and interest and all this like we just recently had. The good news is we just did have a lot of worry and uncertainty in the market, and Bitcoin held up really well. I think it held up well compared to, it's acting very bottomly to me right now, similar to how it was in the summer. We had the massive hash rate exodus from China that caused a lot of problems, and a few other things that kind of set the bull market back a bit probably. But Bitcoin found a bottom and consolidated there for a while, too long. If that's what happens now, Bitcoin consolidates around 50,000 for the next 2 to 6 months. Is that really the worst thing in the world? I mean, if you have the same philosophy I do, if you have the same trading philosophy I do, same long-term outlook I do, you continue to accumulate, and you can accumulate for free. You don't even have to put more money into the market. If my Cardano finds stability right now, which I think Cardano is going to go up tremendously, money moves around in crypto. It moves in cycles. Money is moving back into Cardano. I promise you. I can't promise you, but I believe that, because SundaeSwap is going to launch. SundaeSwap is going to be successful, and the TVL is going to come flooding in, just like we're starting to see more TVL come into Harmony One with Chainlink oracles. The TVL is going to come in to what I believe to be the best crypto chain, smart chain on the market. Anyway, I'm earning I'm accumulating for free. I'm accumulating what I think is the best smart chain, the best crypto, the best potential to flip Ethereum. I'm not saying it is, but if anyone's flipping Ethereum and Bitcoin, I think it's Cardano. I think Ethereum is flipping Bitcoin. And if anyone's going to take the king Ethereum down, I think Cardano has a shot. I do think it even more so than Solana. I truly believe that. I have not been brainwashed by the Solana hype. Cardano has better tech. But all that just to tell you, I'm accumulating for free. My Cardano is staked. I'm earning free Cardano every 5 days. Every 5 days, like 40 to 60 Cardano gets added to my wallet. So the longer Cardano spins sideways, the wealthier I'm going to be when it eventually goes to the moon. The same with Harmony One. I'm earning, like 9-10% free Harmony. That doesn't even include me dollar cost averaging in. So longer term outlook, more money versus we blow our top off. You've got to make that painful decision of taking profits, paying a shitload in taxes, and when to buy back in. It's all about your mindset. Like early on in the stream, if you're late, we didn't even talk crypto. We talk about diet, and you can't just do fad diets. You've got to commit to a lifestyle change. You've got to commit. Like I have yet to do the video, but I talk about it all the time. Becoming a millionaire in crypto is freaking hard. It's super freaking hard. I think I've touched it for maybe like a 24-hour period, but I aped in $250,000 into crypto in like January. And right now I'm maybe sitting at like 650. I'm not a millionaire, and I put $250,000 in, right? I'm not a solid millionaire, but there's no doubt in my mind that if I don't deviate from this plan, I'm going to continue to accumulate for free. And on top of that, I'm going to continue to dollar cost average in when it allows. I don't have a lot of DCA money, but I still, for example, and I should change this because I'm more bullish on Cardano. I still, a modest amount, $75 a week. That's a modest amount to me. It might be the world to you. It might be chicken scratch to you, but every week, Binance auto buys $75 Ethereum for me. So I got that going for me. I'm dollar cost averaging. Every now and then I get my nuts start to itch, and I'll buy, like right now, I'm dying to buy some Harmony One. Honestly, I'm not gambling on it though right now. I'm waiting to what I think the inflection point is going to be. I'm listening to people like Tech Dev and Will Clemente that are much better at technical analysis than me, much better at reading the metrics than me, much better at predicting and they spend hours like I'm a borderline expert at what I do when it comes to routing, switching, wireless, cloud, blah, 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 blah. These guys they do this day in and day out, right? I listen to the experts. I'm going to, plus my gut, plus what I can tolerate risk-wise. But I'm listening to them saying things like 53K. I think it was Tech Dev is waiting for 53K, him or Will. I'm going with him. If Bitcoin hits 53K, it looks like it's going to hold. I'm going to borrow some more USDC on Tranquil Finance, and I'm going to leverage buy some Harmony One. I'm going to deposit that Harmony One back in. I'm not going to do a risky amount. I'm going to do an amount I can afford to lose, and that way I can continue to sleep at night. I think I'll be, yeah, bro. I don't want to sell my Cardano. I don't want to sell my Cardano. I don't know. I have a lot of Cardano. And you guys, anyone that's watched this channel for any length of time, they've seen my portfolio. I'm very transparent. For whatever reason, I don't feel like spitting out the number now. But Cardano at $1 is making me like $500 or $300 a month in passive income. I'm earning free Cardano. It's compounding. When Cardano's $10, it's going to be earning me freaking $6,000 a month. When Cardano's $30, I truly think Cardano will be $30. Not this year, not next year. Hell, probably not even 2024. But do I think Cardano could be a $1 trillion project by 2030? Market willing, yeah, of course, no doubt. And if I don't ever sell my current Cardano, I want to get to a point where my Cardano passive income. Hell, I want to get to a point where just my yield farming pays my bills, right? And then my Cardano passive income, just by staking it, is like most of that's compounding back in. Maybe I cut a little slice to live off on. Another thing, I'm looking forward to getting to a point where I have a set amount of money in the Anchor protocol just in cash, just a nice safe cash, earning me 20% passive income, right? I'm looking for ways, always looking for ways to get passive income, and I think Metaverse Land is going to be a great way to do that. All right, let's go ahead and get this wrapped up. Let's see what's going on in the stock market. Let's see what's going on in crypto really quick. It is Thursday. Unfortunately, I don't drink anymore, but I really could use a nice stiff rum and coke. Oh, what the hell is going on, guys? Crypto's pumping, but it looks like the stock market's, dude, the stock market is crashing hard. What did we miss? The 950 reversal? The NASDAQ was up 50. It's now down 130. Tesla was pushing 1,000. It's now down 20. The miners, Coinbase is getting rocked. Man, I have no idea. Let me pull something up really quick. Let's see if I got my Thinkorswim app on here that has a really good news feed. Let me see if I can find out what the heck, because crypto might follow. It's a bit interesting that, oh wait, looks like Bitcoin's starting to fill it a little bit too. What is this? A fake out? Is this a bear trap, or is the markets getting ready to crash? What is going on? What is going on? This is not how I want to spend the rest of my day, worrying about crypto crashing. All right, let me find my app, give it my pretty little face. All right. Oil prices rise, industrial output, mixed amid decisions from central banks. What did the central bank say? Did they say something today? Gold prices rally and the US dollar slipping. Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe this is just a nice little small shakeout, but it's not looking very good. Let's see how Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's still holding up decent. I mean, it was at like 49,000 this morning. It's not dumping massively. So I have no idea if this is going to bleed over into the crypto market or what's going on. I have no idea what just filled too. Oh man. That's interesting. It sold one of my puts. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, I'm glad I saw that happening because that can be a problem. Oh, did I sell that individually? So I still have a put on. What is that worth? All right, I'm not going to waste you guys' time with that. All right, I'm not really sure what's going on in the markets. It's still kind of bleeding down a little bit. Bitcoin's not dumping yet. Ethereum looking really solid today. It's actually still up. Damn, weren't we just saying I think Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin? I do believe that. I don't know why this Fibonacci's way over here. Did I accidentally move that, or was I looking at the one from it's probably from the last bull market. Oh no, we got it on the hourly. Let me do this right here. We don't need the Bitcoin logarithmic growth curve. And then I just need to do this real quick. I'm not going to make it perfect. Same thing. We're in between the fib. Yeah. All right, guys. I really don't know what's going on in the stock market. It's looking like a little bit of a bloodbath right now. I don't know what news is out there yet. I will have my ear to the ground. If I see anything, maybe I'll tweet about it. Probably not. Maybe I'll mention it in the Discord. I don't freaking know. At least the crypto market's holding up. Let's see real quick what the price of Cardano and Harmony One are doing. I mean, we talked about Cardano enough today. We should see. It was around $1.30. I like the Cardano Kraken. Release the Kraken. $1.30, so it's still holding up pretty good. And let's see what's going on with the price of Harmony One in Denmark. Harmony One, get it done. I like the Harmony One Binance US. I guess that one's fine. It's good enough for government mark. 20.4. We're still on the rise, baby. So these are holding up pretty good. Again, I have no idea. The stock market, hopefully that doesn't bleed over into crypto. Tornado, Nimrod. What tornado, bro? Cardano is like a project that I feel safe just on. Yeah, I feel the same way, but I got to tell you, this last little ride down has not been a lot of fun. Has not been a lot of fun. So, but I'm not losing my mindset. Hold it until you're right. And you know, I don't, that's honestly, I don't want to sell Ethereum and I don't want to sell Cardano. I really don't want to sell either. But I'm probably gonna have to sell something or figure out how to take care of taxes. Are you just saying a general tornado, or did the tornado rip through Wall Street and collapse a building or something? All right, guys, I'm gonna do this move right here. I think the plan tomorrow will be to talk about the metaverses. We can also maybe talk about some altcoins or whatever. I'm gonna do this move right there. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Merry Christmas, everyone. I will be back 6:30 a.m. PST. Be there, be square. Love you all, and deuces.